You've seen their 1 million commercials on TV and radio and online. Now learn the truth about 72 Sold. If you've watched TV or any sporting event or listened on the radio to any channel or gone online to a service that shows ads, I'm sure you've seen ads for 72 Sold. They're a local brokerage here in Arizona, and they're just like any other brokerage, but they use what they call a revolutionary new model for selling homes. And it's been very successful for them, and they've done a great job of marketing. Even my 16-year-old son recites their ads back to me when he sees their billboards. But I wanted to take a minute and explain what their system is. And I've had a lot of people ask me, is this a good alternative, or what's the deal with what 72 Sold is doing? So let's jump into it, and I'll explain what it is they're doing. The 72 Sold model is this. They are going to market your property for 72 hours, and then you'll have an opportunity to review any offers that you have seen at the end of that period. They typically list a property on Wednesday or Thursday, and they schedule an open house on Saturday for any interested buyers to come and take a look at your property. This is a good approach because it limits the amount of time that you as a seller are going to have your home ready for potential visitors. It also, you know exactly when those people are going to come. There's no surprise calls for, hey, a buyer wants to come show your home and they can be there in 15 minutes. So it eliminates that uncertainty of when the showings are going to be. It also brings all of the buyers together in one window of time so that they can see how many other buyers they're competing against in a hope that they're going to bid higher because of that frenzy, that auction type mentality of, hey, we want this house and we know there's all this competition, we have to bid higher. There are also some downsides to this. When you show up to that busy open house, I've had buyers that were intimidated by that, and I've had a couple that pulled up, we saw the competition, and they're like, you know what, we can't compete with this. By pushing everyone into one showing window, it can scare off some buyers. So you may in turn end up with less offers than you would normally get with a traditional showing approach. Another aspect is if a potential buyer is not available during that 1 hour or 1.5 hour showing open house window on a Saturday, then they miss out and are not going to have an opportunity to see the home and potentially make an offer. If that's the case, then as a seller, your property isn't available to the full market of buyers. So someone that could be offering more than what you're getting from the people that do come in that small window, you may be missing out. So there's pros and cons to this for sure. And honestly, this is not an approach that is only unique to them. I've used this approach myself, and we've been doing it for quite a while actually. And this is a great approach during a seller's market. The other thing to consider about 72 Sold is the nature of their advertising. I'm sure you've seen the commercials with all the different sellers that have used them talking about how they got more. Well, if you really pay attention to their ads, they're pretty vague, and saying that you can get more, well, you can only sell a house one time. So it's hard to say if you would get more by using one particular agent or another. And honestly, they've been probably the biggest benefactor of our sellers market since the beginning of the pandemic. Every home is getting strong demand, and it's not just their model that is creating this strong demand for sellers. So every home that is listed now that is not crazy overpriced or has huge problems is getting lots of interest and multiple offers most likely. So there is an argument that maybe this isn't a unique situation to them. So it will be interesting to see when we get back to a more traditional market, if we ever do, how it will impact this 3 days on the market and then review offers model plays out. I'm not here to bash 72 Sold. I've had several clients ask me about them, And I wanted to take an opportunity to share what I know about what they do and how it's really not that different than the rest of us seasoned agents are approaching this current seller's market, and how we're getting our clients' homes sold and getting them top dollar as well. If you have any questions about selling your home and what I might do for you, or potentially using 72 sold, reach out to me and we can have a conversation about what that looks like for you.